Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Soraya. So in today's tutorial, I show you how to take a painting that's already existing. Maybe it's one that you've been working on or had worked on in the past and you want to change it up. And that's exactly what happened to me. There's this painting and it was lovely, very simple. It was an older painting and I kept looking at it and wondering what should I do. And of course I took out my sponge and a brush and I started painting, and you'll see the transformation. Now throughout the video, I talk throughout so that you can see exactly and hear exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I show you all my colors at the end as well. I've got up close images in the end as well. So keep watching. I think this is a good one for you. So I'm going to be changing up the sky here, not crazy about it, and don't mind this bottom. I'm not sure if I'm going to work on it or not, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and remember to click on the bell icon to receive all notifications. I will show you the colors in the end, near the end. So you can see exactly what I've used, but I'm basically right now just mixing the colors right on the canvas, and they are very different colors than that I've used in the past. I just thought I'd try it out. I'm not loving this kind of orangey color, so get rid of that. There's some of it comes through, that's okay. Adds dimension. I don't mind that. But I'm just trying to cover up what's here. I'm just using a very light touch. I have lots and lots of other videos that where I give you tutorials, talk about a lot of my process, and you can take a look and see if one of the other ones I have works for you as well, so you can learn something different. Each time I paint, there's always some new thing happening that I go over, even just how the painting is coming along, why I'm doing what I'm doing at the time. So I hope that one of them at least or more will help you to understand my process. I'm using the one sponge, haven't used anything else. And I just added a little bit of white there. And the paint is straight out of the tube. And I did add a little bit more than I normally do, just to get that covered. So you can see it's still a little bit glossy, and that's because of the amount of paint that I used. And now that I'm adding the white, it's just a little bit at a time. When I see that I don't have any more, I'll go back and add a little bit more. And the sponge is picking up some of the wet paint that's already there, just mixing it up. The clouds don't have to be perfect. You could just have your own interpretation. I'm just using a very light touch again. Just very small amounts of paint. And going over what I'm doing here and smoothing and blending. Since there's some blue here, the lighter blue, I'm just going to do a little bit here just to balance it off a little bit. Bring that color here, and I've mixed it with a bit of white. I'm going back in with the purple, and again I'll show you all the colors near the end of the video. I'm still using the same sponge. Just gonna make this just a little bit wider and bigger here. So you see, in a very short period of time, you already have something that is quite lovely. I do love my dramatic skies. Let me know what you think about them. Okay, I like that. I'm going to bring some of that color down into here. There's already some, but there's a lot of turquoise green and this orangey color, so I'm going to change that up. The main thing I'm going to do is try and get rid of some of this orangey color, or most of it actually. I'm not loving it. There's a little bit left, that's okay. And a bit of an undertone to it, that's good too. But I don't want too much of it. And I like this turquoise and green color to green and blue with the purple. That looks good. See, the sponge, if you're holding it on an angle, makes nice lines as well. So I'm using, right now I'm using, it is Blue Black by Pebeo Studio, and titanium white. I'm just mixing that up, but I'll show you again all the colors. And I just added the other blue. Just trying to get some of the color that I used in the main body down to this side. I'm finding this just a little too dark. So I'm just going over it with just a little bit of the titanium white. Let me know if you change up your canvases once they're completed. I know some people are dead set against it, and people like me figured, why not? Just gonna try it, get a whole different painting, and you know, every time you paint, you learn. So you want to change it up and apply what you now know to the new painting. So that's what I do a lot of times. I don't mind some of it, but over here, this look it's not jiving with me here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the purple. This is mixed with white, the titanium white. And oftentimes when I add something, you kind of have to change it up again. Now I like to step back and see what I have done so far, and I see a lot of purple on the top part, but not so much at the bottom. So I'm going to add that. So of course, whenever I'm painting, I'm adding the colors that I really like. And I have gotten some comments saying, oh, you added that color and it's awful now. Well, art is very subjective, but I do what I like. So my sponge is pretty dirty and I just added a blue-black color. I haven't added any water or anything like that. Just gonna add some dark shadows here. So going back to art is being subjective, it really is very, very subjective. I thought I had done a painting that would look really beautiful, added color, and I get a few comments saying they hated that color and I shouldn't have added it. But you know, that's the color that I thought suited the painting the best. And really, that's what you should do too. Always do what's right for you. Not liking what I just did there, so I'm going to take it off. It's just a damp paper towel, and going in a circular motion, just going over what I just did. Not liking that. That's a good thing about the acrylic paints. You can take it off very quickly, no problem. And sometimes you get some nice results just from removing it. It's much softer. Looks kind of nice. Just added a little bit of the titanium white again. Now there is a lot of this green and I'm not liking that it's so green, so I'm just gonna remove some of that color as well. I don't mind some of it, just like the orangey color. It's just a bit much. I'm still using the one sponge and paint straight out of the tube again, not adding anything else. When I start off, the canvas is dry, my sponge is dry, and the paint is straight out of the tube. I don't add anything, and if I do, I let you know when I do add an additive of some kind. Just here, I like the light blue against the purple. I think it's a beautiful color combination. Now I decided I'm going to add a bit of light blue. I decided to remove that kind of white highlight there and just with the color give you that sense of the lightness of the light. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. I think it's pretty good, but I'm gonna add a little bit of the light blue in the sky, just a little bit. I have to think about where. I think I'm gonna add it right about here. Okay, that's how that's looking, and I think I'm gonna add some over here as well. I think I'm gonna just change this up just a little bit. I don't want to mess it up because I really love this area, but I'm just gonna add just a little bit. Okay, well, I didn't like that. I'm gonna take that off. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. I think I had a little bit too much white paint. Thankfully, mistakes are easily wiped up with just a little bit of a damp paper towel. What I'm doing is basically mixing the colors right on the canvas. I get a little bit of this and a little bit of that and mix it, blend it right on the canvas. Still not quite happy with this, so going over it again just with the whatever paint's on here. Whenever you press really hard, some of that white comes off, and I like that. Not sure I wanted that much there. It does look nice, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Added just a little bit, see that, of the titanium white again. That did nothing, and a little bit more. There we go. Keep adding a little bit at a time. It's harder to work on smaller surfaces like this because you touch so many other areas. Probably should have left it alone, but you know me, I have to keep going till I love it. And it's not quite there yet. So just paper towel, a little bit wet, not wet, damp, just a little damp. Didn't like how much color I put there, and now taking that off a little bit made it much nicer, soft. I was trying to avoid using a brush, but you know, you need to have those details to really have the painting come to life. Adding the highlights makes a big difference. I've got a bit of light blue here, and I think I'm going to add some here. I do have my paper towel handy, just in case I don't like it, but so far, I think it's beautiful. It's working out. Something about that light blue and purple. I'm really liking this now, and the blue here, there's some light blue here, and not sure if I should add it along here anywhere. I might just keep it dark in there. I like kind of like this light glowing from behind this little, whatever that is, mountains, a little piece of land, whatever it is. I do like that it's kind of coming out from there. So I'll have to look at it and see how I feel. I will add some of the light blue here and continue on with this. Not sure if I should be doing it here, but just wanted to I just wanted to clean up this area here a little bit, and I'm finding that I need a little drop of water, literally a drop at the end of the brush. And it goes on a lot smoother. I like that contrast there. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna do there. I don't think you have to go over the top with colors. Sometimes just that little bit kind of ties it all in. And I like that. And it's pointing here towards this focal point. Now I'm gonna wait and take a look again, see if I want to add any other colors. I'm not sure if I should add any of the orange back in or something else. I'm gonna study it for a bit. So I decided I will add a little bit of the turquoise green along where the light blue is, just to give a little bit more of a highlight to it. Now my turquoise green is for some reason, very thick. I think it's just been sitting in there too long, and so I added a drop of water. Literally a drop of water. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Do you like the new version, or did you highlight on them? Beautiful. And I think that's gonna do the same thing here. This one worked really well because it's kind of nestled in here. This is kind of on its own, but it still looks really good. Can add a tiny bit more of white and really emphasize that highlight. Okay, I'm gonna go back with a little bit of purple back into here, and then turn the brush around and blend that in. So on one side I have the purple, and on the other side I have the white. And blend it all out in here. The same brush, I haven't washed it. I added a little bit of light blue. Same side, and I'm going in with a bit more purple. Okay, not liking what I see here. There is that risk when you start something and add and change that it affects it, and you kind of have to start all over again, but I'm going to try again with this. So I'm going to go in with my sponge and go over this. Oh boy. I'm going to let this dry a little bit and work on this. I'm not liking. So you see, if you're going to try this technique, Things happen even to me all the time. You just have to keep working at it and kind of step back and analyze why it's not working. And that's what happens to me. Once I realize why it's not working, I can take steps to fix what is wrong in that section. So don't give up on your paintings. Keep trying. Keep your paper towel handy and keep going. There's always one section of a painting that seems to give me a hard time. For some reason, I'm not getting this. I'm going to keep working until I see something I like. So far, it's not working, but sometimes you just need to do one stroke and it changes the whole thing. So I'm going to keep working. Even though there is that one section sometimes in a painting that doesn't work out, 100% of the time, once I'm done, it's a lot better than when I started. I'm liking this better than it was before. And I'm going to add a little bit of light blue. Sometimes I find that the paint, for some reason, it's just not flowing on the canvas the way I want it to. And it could be that the paint is just a little thick and it's been sitting too long. I don't know what happens, but I do find that all I need to do is add like a dot of water to the edge of my brush and then dip it into the paint, and it changes it completely. It becomes a lot easier to work with. So just keep that in mind if you're having trouble. So here are the colors as promised: Pebeo Studio Cadmium Red Hue, Liquitex Cadmium Yellow Deep Hue, Liquitex Titanium White, Artist Loft Light Blue, Pebeo Studio Cobalt Blue, Liquitex Blue Gray, Pebeo Blue Black, and Amsterdam Turquoise Green, and Dioxazine Purple. Okay, so here is the final painting, and now I messed up because I thought I was recording while I was painting this section, and I wasn't. All I did was add a little bit of water to the paint and added that. I just felt it needed a bit more of a balance to it, made it more balanced. And I love that this water is kind of leading you down way off into the distance, and you can see whatever you like. Is there mountains or rocks or trees or whatever, with this really dramatic sky. So I love that. I think it's an improvement. Let me know what you think over the original painting. I'll have up close images coming up and a before and after. Click on the link you see now to see more of my sponge paintings. So here is the before, still very pretty, very different, and here is the after. I think it was an improvement. Let me know what you think.